What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be picking up a new fish. Not just any ordinary fish, a monster fish. It's actually an invasive species to Florida, where I live, but not buying them. But basically meaning you can't like release them back into the waterways or anything. You're still allowed to buy them, you're allowed to catch them. It's actually good if you do catch them because you're just catching, like for example, we go out and we catch them and we just take them out of the waterways and then we have them as pets. People release them during hurricanes and they end up just reproducing by thousands in the wild just because they have no predators, meaning they have nothing to eat them. And that's kind of why they have those big spines on them and stuff, and they are venomous. So yeah, they're just a cool fish all around, but you got to be very careful with them, even when just like having them as pets, and or because you can't release them, you can get in a lot of trouble, or just handling the thing when putting it into the tank. These things have very big spines and they could put you in the hospital 100%. I've had friends get stung, and I've had my buddy Chad, you guys know Chad, okay? He got stung in the knee, and his whole knee blew up to like 5 times the size. He speared the lionfish, it slid down the spear, and boom, right into his knee. And his knee blew up huge. But he was okay, he didn't have to go to the hospital for that. Just depending on the lionfish, how much venom it wants to release into you, depends on if you have to go or not. Now, excuse me, I did just wake up, but today's a big day. We're going to pick up a fish. Let's do it. Boom. Look at the size of this lionfish. Insane. This is definitely one of the biggest lionfish I've ever seen. And then right next to him, you got one of the biggest snowflake eels I've ever seen as well. That thing is huge, but that lionfish is massive. Gonna look insane in the 200 gallon. Got some more saltwater fish over here, some little damsels, a whole bunch of damsels. Got a little raccoon butterfly right there. Some clownfish. We got this little baby snowflake eel. Baby. Look at that. Got a panther grouper, the good old panther grouper. Got some triggerfish, little huma. It's a baby one of ours, literally. It's a little baby one. I've had that huma for so long too. We got emperor snapper, but another panther grouper. Oh, look at that pufferfish. That thing's sick. What the? Here we go. We are getting them all bagged up. We got the bucket right here. We're gonna net him. This is gonna be epic. I cannot wait to get this thing home. In this tank we got a little soft shell pancake, and then we got some little cooters back there, different species of turtles. Kind of want something rare, like some pink belly side necks, maybe even an albino turtle. That would be pretty sick. Never owned one of those, so maybe like albino snapping turtle. I know those things go for like 8,000, so it's a little out of the price range, but it would definitely be a cool pet. Maybe something more like an albino soft shell. I know those aren't as expensive, so I don't know. You guys let me know. Comment some turtles that are really dope down below, so maybe we can. So then I'll look them up, and if they are pretty sick, we'll get them. Ooh, or one of my favorites, the mata. If you guys think we should get a mata, comment down below. This is what they look like. Alright, so we just got some news that this guy was actually in here with some smaller fish and he wasn't bothering them or messing with them at all. Lionfish don't really they're not as aggressive as people make them seem to be, okay? They do look very scary and they could really do some damage to you, but not by their mouth, by their fins that they use against, like, bigger fish and humans and other predators, but they don't really try to eat much stuff just because their mouth, you look at it, it's very small, so they can only fit such little things in there, and they mostly feed on little shrimp and little fish. So he will be fine with the other lionfish. And boom! There he goes. And those are the spines you gotta watch out for. These things can literally put you in the hospital, especially one that big. Double bag in this guy. Got it, because those spines will go right through that. Huge. Giant. Look at how big this is. Now, a lot of you that do not know, this is an invasive species, which means they are not supposed to be here. But a lot of times they get released into the waterways, and that's kind of how they ended up here. And yeah, they don't really have much predators, so they're invasive. Got our lionfish all boxed up. This thing is so dope. I'm so excited. I did get Paul a little arapaima, like I was saying in the store. If you couldn't really hear me, Paul's always wanted an arapaima. You just need a license for them, and they're kind of hard to get. So I figured I just would get him a little toy one. Now I'm gonna tell him I got him one. So yeah. So now he can't say he doesn't have one because he's got one. I mean, it's not real, but it's one. All right, let's get this guy home. This is gonna be epic. Alright, we're ordering some Italian pizza. How you doing? Alright? Anyways, we got our lionfish right here. We got the fish tank right there. And it is doing awesome. We got our emperor snapper. Looking awesome. Also, you see this water right here? That's from them literally doing feedings and stuff and hitting the bait out of the water. It's pretty crazy. But yeah, got our emperor snapper. Got our little Huma trigger. Got our panther grouper back up in there. Our little lionfish doing awesome. And then last but not least, bumblebee grouper. So we gotta get this big old guy acclimated. This is a big bag, so I think we're gonna dump him in the bucket and then drip line that water into the bucket, and then he'll be good to go. I can't seem to find the drip line, so what we're gonna do in exchange for that is get this little cup here. We're gonna scoop a little bit of water and kind of do it manually. That was kind of like automatically, wouldn't have to touch it. This way, we gotta do it manually. Gotta do it because we don't have one. So what we're gonna do, take this, look at all the fish, they think we're feeding them. Scoop a little bit of water, little bit. And then we're gonna just dump it in there. We'll do that about every 5 minutes till about 45 minutes is up, and then he should be good to go. Okay, it is time to get our lionfish into his new home. This is gonna be dope. Now you guys are probably wondering, why are you putting him in the pool pond? My goal with this tank is, since it is now a predator tank, if it wasn't a predator tank, he definitely would be going in the pool pond, but since I already have lionfish in there, I kind of want some big ones in the like show tank. And the reason I call this a show tank is because you literally see it when you walk in. Lionfish won't mess with the other lionfish. Also, you see those 2 other lionfish in there. That video is coming soon. If you guys don't know, part 1, we did a lionfish video where we went out and specifically hunted for lionfish. Absolutely crushed it. Got like 1.4 million views, and it was just a blast doing it because we literally went out, like I told you guys, these fish are invasive, so that means they are not supposed to be here. And like I said, they got here by kind of like the pet industry. People would let them go out of the fish tanks during hurricanes and stuff because their power would go out. So in order to keep their fish alive, that was the only way of doing it. So yeah, we went out, we went after these lionfish, and we ended up catching one, and it was an absolute dope video. We did part 2 though, so I can't show you much of those lionfish because you gotta wait for the video, but we did film it. We went out, caught 2 more. We went out, caught 2 more lionfish, but I don't want to spoil that too much. You gotta wait for the video. It's coming soon, I promise. We got a little more editing to do because that's one of the bigger videos, and then it is coming to you guys. Not gonna talk anymore. Let's get this guy in. He's ready. I'm gonna net him right now, but I have to be very careful because this thing has some crazy spines on him that can put me in the hospital, especially this big. When the bigger they are, the more venom they have. He barely fits in this net. Oh, get him head first. Got him. Okay, here we go. Boom! Look at that thing. Oh, holy crap. Now that makes a tank. Holy mackerel. Just wait till all the other fish get to his size, because they will. These fish, emperor snapper, grows insanely fast. Bumblebee grouper, already twice the size. Panther grouper, huge. So they will be up to his size soon, and like I said, he will not bother any of these fish. If I do see him messing with anything, of course we will move him to the pool pond. That's the beauty of having multiple tanks, is if something like that does happen, we could. And I will move him to the other pond. But look at how pretty this is. Look at the little baby next to him. Oh, that's sick. So that right there is a wild lionfish. And that is, I'm not sure. This I picked up from the pet store, so I don't know if somebody caught him or if someone bought him online. I guess someone brought it into that pet store, they said. They said someone brought him in from like an aquarium. So I don't know if that person that brought him in bought him or caught him. Insane. Our new lionfish. Guys, go drop some names down below. This thing is definitely going to be a big part of the channel. I mean, look how big he is. He's literally the size of my hand. So comment down some names below on what you think we should name this guy. I'm thinking maybe Lion King. Lion King sounds dope.